Welcome back to another video with the Afro Hippie Journalist. And I want to say that I know a lot of you have probably heard what this man has said, but I think what he said is what a lot of white people think, why a lot of them think that we hate them so much. And the fact that he had the audacity to say that amidst everything that's going on, that's not why, the main thing is we don't even hate white people. That's the problem. White people hate us. We don't hate them. The people that we have an issue with is the white police officers. Now, it says Representative Robert Pittenger sorry for saying Charlotte protesters hate white people. So it says a North Carolina congressman has apologized for saying the protesters in Charlotte hate white people because white people are successful and they're not. Representative Robert Pittenger, Republican, made the remarks in an interview with the BBC broadcast in the United Kingdom late Thursday. I'm going to play the clip.
With respect, Congressman, I don't think the people on the streets last night and the night before were protesting against Lyndon B. Johnson's almost half a century old policies. What is their grievance in their mind?
Well, no, the grievance in their mind is the animus, the anger. They hate white people because white people are successful and they're not. I mean, yes, it is. It is a welfare state. We have spent trillions of dollars on welfare, but we put people in bondage so that they can't be all that they're capable of being. And America is a country of opportunity and freedom and liberty. It didn't come that way because of a great government who provided everything for everyone. No, the destiny of America, the freedom to come to this country, where they're still coming to our shores, is because they can take their work ethic and their hard effort and put up their capital and their risk and build out their lives.
Okay, a few things I feel, or a few things that's wrong with this man, what he said. He was talking about a welfare state and that majority of them black people are on welfare. Statistically, in the United States, 50% of the people on welfare, white people make up that 50%. Black people make up 25% of the people on welfare. So white people make up more than twice of what black people make up as far as welfare. Another thing that he said that I find odd is that he said that we hate white people because they're more successful than we are. There are a lot of successful black people, and I'm not sure where he got off saying that. I mean, look at the president. The president's black. You have a lot of successful black people in high places. So I don't know where he gets off saying that. And then he's talking about, immigrants coming to America. First of all, it was you motherfuckers that brought black people here in the first place. So because of y'all is why we're here. The grievance in their mind is the animus, the anger. They hate white people because white people are successful and they're not. The comments sparked an immediate backlash with fellow North Carolina Congressman G.K. Butterfield, a Democrat, calling the remarks disgusting and appalling. The people of North Carolina and CL teachers are better than devastatingly ignorant and divisive comments. We must move forward together. Around 2 hours after giving the interview, Pittenger tweeted, "My anguish led me to respond to a reporter's question in a way that I regret." He claimed he was quoting statements made by angry protesters last night on national TV, and that his intent was to discuss a lack of economic mobility for African Americans because of failed policies. Well, that's not how it came out. And the fact of the matter, if you were, quoting a protester, because of that protester, that's their opinion, that doesn't represent all the opinions of all the protesters that were there, or the opinions of all African Americans. He says, "What is taking place in my hometown breaks my heart. Today, my anguish led me to respond to a reporter's question with I regret." And that's basically what I just read. Pittenger represents North Carolina's 9th district, which includes southern parts of Charlotte. Protests broke out in the city following the police shooting of African American man named Keith Lamont Scott on Tuesday. Police say Scott was armed, but his family has expressed doubt over that claim. Even after Pittenger's apology, social media was alight with criticism. Really, what the fuck is going through Pittenger's mind? The look on the face of the BBC host is priceless. Because he was not expecting him to say that. He was not expecting that to come out his mouth. And then it says, Charlotte is one of the most racist cities I've been to. And after listening to these NC lawmakers, Robert Pittenger and Pat McCrory, I see why. And so, I think it's funny because, I mean, I feel bad for these journalists and reporters who, when they ask these questions, the responses that they get, I feel like they don't know how to respond. Basically, they're confused. So I have a lot of issue with what he said, and I think that when you get on national television, no matter who you are, you need to think about the fact that you're saying this live, that the whole world is going to see this, and then you have to backtrack like Donald Trump does a lot. He says a lot of stupid shit, and then he has to go back and recant his statements. It's live television. You've already said it, so there's not really anything that you can do about it. But he said some fucked up ass shit, and I think that he really needs to consider his position, whatever the position that he's in as a congressman, and they need to vote him out. They need to vote him out. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about what he said. You know, I mean, I want to hear some of y'all's opinions, because some people may have different opinions. But in this case, I don't know why you would have any kind of opinion. And the thing is, I know people try to say, oh, you know, make excuses for why he said what he said, just like he did. But there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse at all. So until next time.